So one of YouTube's biggest right-wing anti-woke grifters, Jeremy Hambley, aka TheQuartering, is basically losing everything. They have mass privated all of their YouTube shorts, which if you haven't been following this guy, basically he started his YouTube career by doing like, anti-Disney, anti-Marvel, anti-woke content, which is like, oh, they're making everything gay, they're making everything lesbian, blah, it's bad, boo-hoo, right? Which it had its run for a couple of years. Let's just say a decade later, people are kind of tired of that shtick. The Quartering being one of the largest channels to grow from that like era of content, who has basically resorted to posting YouTube shorts, which is just other people's content with his own introduction and reactions to them.
And we wonder why some Americans are so fat. Check this out.
Fuzzy butter with funfetti frosting. I've never had this combination before, so I'm so excited.
Which would lead to him, of course, getting copyright takedowns because, of course, people don't like, especially like big companies that own the rights to things, they don't like when you just re-upload their content and say, hey guys, check this out. This is crazy. You won't believe this, right? And that's what he did, right? Jeremy Hambley YouTube channel had all shorts removed. Same for the main Quartering channel. There isn't even a shorts section remaining on either channels. And you can see right here, this is coming from a website that has a Twitter, by the way, Germinal Decline. Let's just say you reached a low level of YouTube infamy when people have an entire website dedicated to just archiving your failure, archiving your downfall of content creation. Also a Twitter account, Germinal Decline. And you can see on here, all of these videos have like no thumbnails anymore because they've been privated, right? And you can see on this site, Woke Gen Z worships him. All these shorts, literally every single short is deleted or privated on July 28th, 26. The same day they were all detected to be privated. You can just scroll, right? All of his shorts from this channel because he was getting hit with, again, copyright removal request by Australian Reptile Park, copyright removal request by Lime636, copyright removal request by Emily Miller. And this is just kind of what happens again when you create a channel where your entire content strategy is reacting to like articles and whatnot. You kind of get away with it because you can kind of say, oh, well, I'm just like reading a headline and giving commentary and like blah, 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 right? But once you're literally just adding an introduction to other people's content that already exists on the internet, let's just say your like anti-woke grift also factors into that, and people don't want their content to be associated with you or your face or your scam coffee company, whatever the case may be. And that's where people start issuing these takedown requests, rightfully to get away from you, to make you look bad, and so that you can't profit off of their hard work, adding nothing to it, to your 2.09 million subscribers. His long forms are doing decent, I guess you could say. 4K in an hour, 19K in 3 hours. Fauci bombshell, 24K in one day. His career is over, 87K in one day. 2 million subscribers, mind you. I don't want to toot my own horn. I did a video about EDP, and it's at about 12K in a day, and I have 30K subscribers. That means almost 1/3 of people who subscribe to me, like technically not actually subscribers, but people who subscribe to me watch that video. About 1/3 of my subscription base has seen that video. If you were to take, 17K out of 2 million people, that is a very, very, very little number. Obviously, this dude's career is completely crumbling, considering almost a decade ago, this dude was getting millions of views videos, right? 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 2 million, 2 million, 1.2 million, 1.5 million, 2 million. Again, entire content strategy is just reading articles or reacting to clips and saying like, oh my God, the Trump assassin's a bad guy. The Avengers cast hates Brie Larson, right? Not a great strategy. Obviously, his channel can't keep up because TheQuartering, unfortunately, is not an entertaining guy. You kind of have to have that when you want to stay a successful YouTube content creator. You can't just kind of get away with the same gimmick that you kind of got lucky for a decade ago and, continue to ride that wave. Obviously, we see his channel is failing tremendously. The funny thing is TheQuartering is trying to blame tech issues for why his videos got taken down. Day full of tech issues. Finally got the PC back up and running, and for whatever reason, all my shorts backlisted. Crazy day. I'll probably have to do a double stream tomorrow or make it up to you all tomorrow. Bro, your content, your shorts cannot get backlisted or cannot get privated because of a tech issue, right? Like if my computer were to explode right now, my videos would not get privated. My videos would not get unlisted or deleted from YouTube. That's something that you as a creator control, or something that copyright holders control when they issue a strike, or YouTube doesn't like your video, they'll take it down and ban you, whatever the case may be. To blame a tech issue for why you mass privated all of your content, again, it looks like 35 videos with 13 million views worth of content were taken down just yesterday alone. It looks like he's even taking down some today. These are long form videos. He took down 2 of his long forms, but just yesterday, he took down about 33 of his shorts. And that's only on the TheQuartering account. Mind you, this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts. Now, I went onto the Germinal Decline site and I changed channels from TheQuartering to all channels. And we can see literally in just July alone, bro removed 161 videos, 157 of which were shorts. Mind you, if you've watched this guy's shorts, the titles alone kind of speak. Dogs and their grandparents, Amazon driver terrified, prankster seriously effed around and found out. So it's pretty much just him being like, oh my God, have you guys ever been in this kind of situation? And then it just kind of plays, and he doesn't even do that. It was getting to points where people would clip him kind of repeating the same things over and over, and he would literally just like reuse that intro. Like we were getting to Jason Derulo level of lazy shorts content when it came to TheQuartering. Mind you, TheQuartering is not a handsome, wealthy singer with like a backlog of famous songs and millions of fans, right? He's a dude who grifted and made content saying Disney sucks, Brie Larson's whack, blah, blah, blah. And he managed to grow a following of 2 million people that seemed to have like disappeared, right? They all got on an airplane and flew off to like another planet because they're nowhere to be found when it comes to watching and supporting his content. I mean, I feel bad, right? As a content creator myself, if I was ever doing this like full time for years and you suddenly just lose everything, it feels bad. It feels tragic. But when it's someone like TheQuartering, where you also see them like going out of their way to report their people, their haters or people trolling them, mind you, he's like a public figure with millions of supporters, millions of followers. It's kind of hard to feel bad. It's kind of like karma in a sense. Another funny thing is that people were calling him out for taking the shorts down. They're wondering where his shorts are. You know what I mean? They're calling him out saying, you're full of crap, bro. You had some of your shorts copyright claimed. You panic privated them. Issues don't just randomly hide shorts, dumbass, right? So this caused TheQuartering to unprivate them. Mind you, this is where you can see some of his beautiful work where you cannot tell these are TheQuartering's content, right? Like his little watermark is up here. You can kind of see the Q, but none of these videos have TheQuartering's face as the thumbnails. You can't tell this is his content until, of course, you click on one. Let's say
students are using AI to cheat at an alarming rate. Check this out.
32 of my 35 students between 2 classes failed.
Okay, so again, you had like the 3-second Jeremy intro. And then now you have an entire video by I am Jason Gibson. If I wanted to watch this, Jeremy, I can go watch Jason Gibson. And he was nice enough to put his little make sure you guys subscribe button. Bro has a script, right? He has a script in front of him. He can't even remember the script. Every video starts with him reading something. Bro, what are we doing? Every video is like this.
A major problem, especially with certain people. Check this out.
Oh my God. Maybe that's like the millennial pause. Is that what it is? Where, like old people, they press pause and they're like, hey guys, what's going, you know what I mean? This is his millennial pause. When I'm going to do a video, in my head, for the most part, I kind of know what my intro is going to be. It's going to be like, TheQuartering is losing everything. Melanie Max stinks, like, I don't need a script, and I'm not going to start my videos like, So there's a big situation going, like, because it's very awkward and it's very obvious that, like, you're reading something, which means you didn't take time to really, like, try to study what you're talking about, right? Like, my videos are completely unscripted, but I also know how to just off the dome talk about the things I'm going to talk about and be passionate about because I am a full-time content creator for the most part, right? Like, I do try to spend hours and hours and hours on content. Yes, I do have a normal 9 to 5 job as well. Jeremy Hambley, on the other hand, does this for a living. He does podcasts with other content creators for a living, and he's been doing this for about a decade, yet he doesn't know how to remember a 3 second like line that he's going to say and be like, you guys aren't going to believe this crazy thing that this judge just did. Like, it has to be something weird where he's reading it. And now I want to know what you guys think, as always, down below. I know you guys think the quartering videos are funny. The Melanie Mac stuff is funny. It does pretty well on this channel, but we're not like a quartering hate channel. Do not send hate to this guy. It's just fun to laugh about because, again, this guy's created an entire content, an entire fan base of 2 million people by basically, hating on other people, hating on companies. I think it's only fair that, like, the karma's come back to get him. Thank you for watching. Either way, peace out, my friends. Bye.